Hello friends, in this video we are going to see how to use MySQL client and MySQL workbench. So for that you have to go in search and here you have to give MySQL. So with this you will get this option MySQL 8.0 command line client. So first we will see how to use client and then we will see how to use workbench. So here I am clicking here, right? So now here it is asking to enter your password. So here you have to give your password which you have set for root user 12345. So my MySQL password is 12345 that I have entered here. So now here it has opened this command line. So this MySQL client is command line tool, means here directly you can give here directly SQL statements and those will get run like a command line. So now here for example I want to check all the databases here, so I will give command, or we are writing here SQL query show databases. So it is giving this information schema, MySQL performance schema and sys. So these are the default databases and this is my database, so which I have created here, that is SQL HR. So here you are directly running SQL queries. So for example I want to check that what are the tables in this SQL HR. So for that first you need to use this database. So for that you have to give here use SQL HR, and every SQL query you have to end with semicolon, right? So now it is showing database change. Now I want to see all the tables, so here I am giving command show tables. So now there are two tables are available, employees and offices. So for example I want to check all the data in this employees table. So for that I need to run SQL query, that is select query, select star from employees. So employees is my table name. So SQL HR selects, so employees, spelling mistake I have done. So now, so this is select query we have run here, and this is the result set we got here, right? So here in this client you can directly run SQL queries like you are running in Windows we are running command on the command line, right? So in the same way using this command line client, here directly you can run SQL queries, right? So now next we are going to see how to use workbench. So workbench also used for interacting with the database. So here client also you can use or workbench also you can use, but the difference in workbench and client is this command line client. So workbench is one GUI tool, that is graphical user interface tool. So there are menus are provided for your work, so that we will see next. Now we will see how to use workbench. So for that here in search you have to give MySQL. So workbench you have to select. So welcome to MySQL workbench. So this is user graphical user interface tool for MySQL. So earlier we have seen command line tool. So there you are writing SQL queries on the command line. But here GUI is provided for your work. So mostly people are preferring workbench to use because this is easy to use, right? So here you have to click on the root user and here enter password, means with that you are login here, right? So now here this is the GUI tool is provided. So here various menus are available. So whatever the needed are there, whatever the needed for our practice, so those only we will see. Now this is just introduction to workbench. So now here here is one panel is provided. So in this panel you can write your SQL query. So for example you want to create new SQL panel, so here you have to click create new SQL tab. So here it has opened this new SQL tab. So here you can write your queries, right? So for example, I want to so whatever queries I have run in client, so the same queries I will run here. So now here use, or first we will check all the databases available, show databases. So here IntelliSense is also there, you can click that, and so it is easy to use. So whenever you want to run your query, so here two thunder symbols are given, execute the selected portion. So means if you are selecting this and if you want to run that, so you can use this. Or here it is one line, execute the statement under the keyboard cursor. So here if you are giving here cursor here, and if you want to run that, so you can click that, and if you click on this, so it will execute the selected portion. So in the both execution we are getting the same result, right? So here it is log is showing, so whatever queries you are running, so for that log is given. So if you are facing if you are getting any error, so that error is also visible in this log, right? So now this is SQL query you are running, and whatever the result you are getting for that SQL query, that is called result set, which is visible here, right? So now these are the databases available. Now I want to check all the tables in this SQL HR. So for that what I will do, I will take right here query. So I have told you, whenever you want to run query on any database, first you have to select that database. So in mysql workbench, if you double click on any database, that database is getting selected. Or you can write here SQL query or SQL statement for selecting the that database. So for example, I want to use this SQL HR, so I have given here use SQL HR, and I want to check all the data in the that employees table. So select query, I am running here, right? So now I want to run this two statement. So now I will click on this, so execute selected portion or everything. So now I will click on this. So now here I got this result set. So whatever this result you are getting, so that is called result set, or output you are getting, that is called result set. So now here I want to store this SQL queries also. So now for that you have one option here, save. Save the script to a file, means whatever SQL code you are writing, you can save to the file, that is .sql file. So you have to click on this, and for example I want to store as a AMP data, and so this file will get saved as a .sql file. So now I am clicking on the save. So means if you want to run that query again, so for example I want to run that query again, so now here open SQL file, you can open that SQL file. So now EMP data is my SQL file, I have opened this, now it has opened in the new tab. So now if you want to run this, you can use this thunder symbol also, or here query option is there, you can execute all or selection. So if I run this, I will get the same output, right? So in this way you can save your SQL statements in SQL file also. So now here whatever result set you got, you want to save this result set. So it is for that here export record set to external file. So with this, if you click on this, so you can save this file in CSV format. So the default format is CSV. You can change here for you can change like as per your need. So now I will, Excel spreadsheet is also there, so I will click default, that is CSV, that is comma separated, and this file will get saved, right? Means in this way you can save your result set also. So this is easy to use than command line client, so that's why people are preferring this. So now here if you go in here in the left panel, whatever the databases are there, so those are visible here, and you have to click here schema. So admin is, so if you click on admin, so this is visible. So if you want to check all the databases, you have to click on schemas, and all the databases are visible in this panel, right? So in this way you can use this client and workbench tool. So thanks for watching the video, and if you like the content of my channel, please subscribe and press bell icon to get notification. Thank you.